broke fan, press some hand, let's get in the car. I said, she grabbed my hand, girls rescue, met the bar, witness said, tears fled the head, I'm waiting, I guess she tweet, I guess she confess, she thinking less, not drinking less, bathroom sex, best it gets, spontaneous, I stereotype, put to rest tonight. Imagine, believe, and achieve, it works. Skyline as I rise like fireworks. Smell through the bad, don't touch my perk.
Yo, hey everybody, welcome to this edition of After the Storm. Oh my God, my thing is all messed up. Ace must have hit it. I'm sorry. My boy must have hit my thing. Sorry about that. Welcome to this edition of After the Storm, your Oklahoma City Thunder post-game analysis live stream, trying to get everything set up. Sorry, I went to the game here, hotspot. Shea went off. Yes, he did tonight. He really did, hotspot. He did what he needed to do to get the Thunder off. And, as we win, as we go, so does Shea go. And that's what the Thunder need to understand, is that when Shea does what Shea does, it makes everybody's life a lot easier to get done what we need to get done. So I want to say that he was an absolute beast tonight. Sorry, I'm trying to get everything set up. Change audience to public. There we go. All right, we're set. Shea was magnificent tonight, and so was the Thunder defense. I mean, the Thunder defense tonight was just ridiculous tonight. Where's my paper? My dog's done grabbed all my stuff. I mean, I love her, but god dang, baby. The Thunder were fantastic tonight, I thought, defensively. Where is my sheet at? Oh, there it is. It fell off. Thunder 118-104 tonight. Took care of business over the Mavs. The Mavs hadn't seen us with our boy iHeart, who's just, damn, we love him. I mean, Sam Presti, my hat goes off to you. What a great find and a pickup that was. He was just the things that he does, and that's so funny, is we're going to look at offensive rebounds. What we gave up, okay, I'm going to give you this stat right here. We gave up 7 offensive rebounds. We had 17. We gave up 7 offensive rebounds. We had 17. And I just say that our defense and what we do and what we can accomplish defensively and what we do to opposing teams is just ridiculous. But when you have the right group out there and you have the right players, and, and my thing is this, and I've said this before, when SGA starts doing his thing, it just frees everybody else up to just play. They don't feel like they have to make plays. Like, thank God the coach snatched Dort out tonight, trying to do a left-hand scoop move with his left hand, a finger roll. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Snatch him out, dude. What are you doing? We don't want you doing none of that. Don't try to go make plays. Shoot the threes when you're open. Play great defense, and quit fouling people shooting the three. It just wears me out that he does that. I don't understand why he does that. He's probably fouled 20 people in the last, well, not that many, probably 10 people shooting threes in the last 3 years. What the hell are you doing? You're supposed to be a great defender, and you're going to foul somebody and the crowd was barking, but you could clearly see that he fouled him. It's like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? But anyway, the Thunder took care of business. We started out the game with SGA, J-Dub, Kaysen, iHeart, and Dort. And they got off to a 9-0 run on us. And my note says, don't mind a slow start. And I don't. I didn't mind a slow start because I'm like, it's going to be okay. And then we went on a 15-0 run, then they went on an 11-0 run. Okay? But once again, lineups. Hotspot, I'm sorry. But when we're all healthy, I don't see anybody beating us. We should win the finals. We're better than the Celtics, by the way. I think we're close to the Celtics. It's going to come down to matchup of coaching styles and lineups. That's in flow of the game. This is what's going to come down to, hotspot. But I agree with you. When Chet gets back, and we were talking about this tonight, John and I were talking about this tonight at the game, John Warren, and I was saying that when Chet comes back right after because he was there at the game tonight, by the way, and he still looks, he looks like he's still in pain. But, oh, hey, what's up? We're joined by a guy, Nathan Taylor of YNB. What's up, homie?
Hey, man. How's it going?
Oh, it's going. I can barely hear you there.
You can barely hear me. What about now?
Okay, I got you there. Hotspot, I don't know. Last year we destroyed the Celtics. No, we didn't. They beat us the last time we played them. SGA didn't play. That's just FYI. He didn't play. J-Dub didn't play, and they beat us last year, by the way. But I'm going to say this.
I mean,
go ahead, Nathan.
To me, if it comes down to the finals against the Celtics, you got to have home court or you don't have a chance.
Right. You like I said, the whole thing is this: you have to play. You can't manage minutes in the playoffs. You got to go by flow of the game, and that's either going to help or hurt us, one or the other. He's either going to understand that, like tonight, they went on several runs tonight, Nathan. We're like, what the hell are you doing? Why put SJ in the game? He stuck him in there with 7 minutes, I think, to go in the fourth quarter. But it's the lineups that he has, Nathan.
It was a little over 8, actually.
Oh, well, I know 8 minutes, whatever it was. I'm just saying, whatever it was, I know that he stuck him in early, and I'm like, you could feel the flow of the game.
He had to.
Yeah.
He didn't have a choice.
Yeah, I mean, you could feel the flow.
They went on a 10-0 run, and that's a JV coach league.
Yes.
You've got to know to do it then.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. But anyway.
And I noticed in the first half, when you were talking about, I started noticing these things. First half, Luka comes in, 7.5 minutes to go.
Mm-hmm.
Dort comes in, SGA, they come in for another 2 minutes. And then makes one shot for the rest of the quarter, by the way.
Right. Oh, by the way, Rashawn says, got to give it to Mark props. In the fourth quarter, sub and dub out. I said that earlier, Rashawn, before you got on. When Dort went in there with that left-handed I'm like, what the heck? What do you think you're doing? When the hell are you ever going to make a shot like that and snatch him out immediately? Now, that's a product of him allowing Dort to think he can do that. He never made plays like that on the national team for Canada. Why? Look, that ain't what we want you to lock down the opposing defense. We want you to shoot threes. All that other driving to the basket and trying to make plays, no, we don't want that. You wide open, shoot a 3, great. You get a layup, great. On a cut, fine. But you trying to make a play, cutting to the basket, no. Go ahead.
I got to hand it to him, man. He came up big. He made him when we needed him to make it.
Yeah, so, but that wasn't my point. We're talking about him making threes. That's what I said. You know, I want him doing that only. Okay?
Yeah.
I want that only. I don't want you trying to drive to the basket. I don't want you trying to make plays. I don't want none of that. Catch the ball, shoot an open 3. That's all I want from you. Play defense and quit fouling people on shooting the 3-point shot. Anyway, first quarter, I've got lineups. It's 17-20. He has, with 5 minutes to go, he subs out J-Dub, and you've got SGA, Isaiah Joe, Kaysen, Dort, and Ihart. And I've got a note in here, Dort, stop trying to make plays. Just my notes right here. Stop trying to make plays. This is 5 minutes to go in the first quarter, okay? It's 19-20 with 4 minutes to go, and you got SGA, Kaysen, Joe, Caruso, and K-Rich. I'm like, at the 5-minute mark, why the hell wasn't that your lineup?
Yeah.
Why isn't that the hell your lineup at the 5-minute mark? What are you doing? Okay? And then all of a sudden, it's 21-22, and then he subs in Wiggins for Kaysen, and SGA had 16 points in the first quarter. Now, I wasn't watching the game. What were they saying on TV, Nathan, about SGA in the first quarter?
Oh, they were going nuts over him, dude. I mean, they were just, man, talking about, and they mentioned, like, hey, if he's hitting threes, it's over.
It's over.
You know, I mean, like he's not a great shooting three-point shooter.
No.
But
and we'll post that tonight.
It's over. I mean,
well, it's so funny
I thought that how did that reaction in the arena go when he missed the 3 and then we got the offensive rebound and he hit the 3?
Oh, crowd went crazy.
I mean, the building went nuts.
Went nuts because we're like, uh-oh. I mean, I think if you've watched the Thunder enough, Nathan, you know when he made that one, everybody was like, oh, yeah, he's on tonight. That's what we all thought. He said Reggie Miller was like too easy. Dude, he is the one, like I talked about on the show today, Nathan. The most unguardable players, even though Luka had a horrible game tonight. And I think because you're throwing Kaysen blocked the shot, remember? You've got Kaysen, you've got Dort, you've got Caruso, you've got J-Dub, you've got SGA, but you got those 3 running at Luka. It ain't no easy way out for him.
Well, picking him up 94 feet too.
Yeah, they were in his grill.
I thought that was a good defensive plan by the coaching staff.
Yeah, I agree. So to start the second quarter, you had 32-24. You had J-Dub, Caruso, AJ, Wiggins, and Ihart. Don't mind the lineup. Do you?
No, I don't either.
Didn't mind that
No,
lineup, okay?
I thought as far as personnel tonight, he played who he needed to play, just to play him at the right time.
Agreed. Understanding lineups and understanding flow. I agree 100% with that. So anyway, it's 37-34 with 8 minutes and 10 seconds left, and he brings in Kaysen for Caruso. Okay? And then, of course, it's 39-34 with 7:57. You bring K. Ritchie in for iHeart. And I'm going, flow. Here's the flow of the game. Right there, the game you have to stop and put SGA in. And they, once again, we talked about that tonight, and you and I have talked about that ad nauseum. When the opposing team puts in their best player, you put in your best player to match what they're doing. If you bring SGA in, trust me, whoever the best player on the opposing team is going to immediately come in the game. I don't care if he's been on the bench for 1 minute, 2 minutes, or whatever. He's going to immediately put him in the game. We don't do that. We don't match player for player because we think our best player is already on the damn court in J-Dub, which is fucking ridiculous. Sorry. Anyway, I'm saying Luka comes in, no SGA, you bring in Dort. And then he puts that challenge. And we're like, dude, it's 44-37. We're up 7 with 6 minutes to go in the second quarter, and you're challenging a call already? What for? This game is going to be tough. And the commander was going off, Nathan. The commander was going off. Okay.
There was a lot of calls later in the game that you could have challenged.
Yeah, but once again, when you challenge that early, Nathan, you're screwed. Right?
Yes.
You're screwed.
Yes.
I mean, let it, dude, it's the first quarter, second quarter. Let it go. It don't matter. You're going to need that late, and we did need it late. But we played around it, so it was okay. It was okay.
Some of the stuff we didn't hear because it was on TV. Reggie threw out some quotes from some interviews that he did with the players and the staff. Maybe he's just showing it off for the national media, but Dagnall basically said everybody on the team is a two-way player. So, and I mean, I obviously these guys aren't offensively aren't on the same level, but defensively, he was given his entire lineup or entire roster credit for being a two-way player. So at least there's that a little bit. Maybe
okay, so but remember, SGA is not a two-way player. No, SGA is not a two-way player.
I remember. Well, maybe in the last 3 months he's become one. I don't know.
Okay.
But then also he did say something about he'd interviewed J-Dub, and J-Dub basically said, because he basically asked him, he said, how do you feel about you and Shea being the head of the snake? The duo, and then all the rest of the guys following you. And Jalen told him, like, man, that's not really how it is. He said, I play off Shea, and we let Shea do his thing, and we all play off him. So, again, maybe posturing for the media, but I don't.
That's posturing. That's not true.
Okay, all right. Well, that's what Reggie said. So
I understand I understand the company line, but that's not what you see.
I don't disagree.
Okay, so I don't want to hear that nonsense, but whatever. Anyway, it's 44-39 with 6 minutes and 17 seconds to go. And he challenged, and all of a sudden, you've got SGA, Kaysen, Isaiah Joe, Dort, and K-Rich. Okay? That's what you have in there. And I'm sitting there watching, and I'm going, okay, I don't like this at all. And then at 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go, it's 53-47, and you've got SGA, Joe, Caruso, Dort, and iHeart. And I was like, the coach takes the ball out of SGA's hands. Do you want to comment on that at the end of the second quarter? At halftime,
oh my God, dude. No,
when you take the ball out of SGA's hands, I'm like, what are you doing?
Are you talking about the third quarter?
I'm talking about the second quarter. They were doing the same thing. SGA has the ball. He's coming up, and they take the ball out of his hands and I forget who he gave it to, and we're like, what the hell are you doing? And then we turned over. I'm like, what are you doing? So we start the third quarter with 57-54. And I'm like, at that particular point when I wrote that, we were up 53-47. When I said take the ball out of SGA's hands, really? That was my note at that particular point in the game. And we ended up being 57-54. That's my notes. Okay? Because I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I just don't understand it. So, but
Well,
when
and here's the thing, dude. He put him back in too late. You talk about this all the time. He put him back in too late. He didn't have time to establish his rhythm again.
yeah,
And in the first quarter, he has 18 points. Second quarter, he has 2.
yep,
So, I mean,
he's the
that's all you
what
need
do
to
I
know.
call him? He's the SGA cooler. That's what he is.
He put-
Nobody
but
can stop him
what do
but
you
Coach
think it-
Dagnall. The Thunder coach
5
stops the unstoppable player.
What do you bring him in with? 5 minutes, 40-something seconds to go or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Second quarter. Yeah. And Luka came in at 7 minutes,
Yep.
something like that.
That's unbelievable. So here are the overall stats. Thunder are now 19-5. The Mavs aren't 5-20. They're, what are the Mavs?
They won
18
7 in a row until tonight.
The Mavs are
I think they
16-9. The Mavs are 16-9.
Yeah, they were. And there was a log jam on the second place in the West because there was like 4 teams that had 8 losses.
Yeah, they're 16.
they're in the-
They're
in the total
16-9. Is what they are. They're 16-9. Let me fix that real quick so we can put that up there to make it the right score. I don't like when it's all jacked up like that. That was from the Raptors. That was their mark, not the Mavs. I can't believe you got me messed up like that, Nathan. Why you messing me up, man?
Yeah, it's my fault. It's my fault. It's always my fault.
No, I'm blaming you, man. That's what I'm. It's easier for me to blame you than blame me. That's all I know.
You know what? Everybody at the office blames me for everything anyway, so it's okay.
I thought that was just Cat.
No, that's everybody.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
But anyway, by the way, so the commander, did you see his text?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, because he does. It drives him nuts when he does that. It drives him insane, bro. But anyway, the Mavs 15 for 36 from 3. Nathan, 20 of 50. We shot 53s tonight.
We shot 31 in the first half.
Yeah.
31 in the first half.
How do you feel about that? 53s.
Well, here's how I feel about that. I feel if they come in the flow of the game, I'm okay with them. Like,
And they were.
If you, and they were, and that's why I didn't have a problem with them. They weren't forcing them. They weren't doing any of that. And they weren't playing a zone and trying to beat the zone with it or anything like that. So one thing I did notice tonight. Maybe I think Casey's starting to find it a little bit.
Yeah.
He's been struggling the last couple months, and I think he's starting to find it, which is a good thing for us.
I agree.
Maybe everybody getting healthy. Man, I'll tell you what, we don't even have Chet yet, and we're playing unstoppable, man. Unstoppable.
Our defense, dude, is just insane, Nathan.
It's crazy.
Anyway.
It is crazy. Man, crazy.
Yep. They shot 47% from the field. We shot 45. We out-rebounded them.
Which is awesome.
But the thing I said earlier, we only gave up 7 offensive rebounds. We had 17, Nathan.
Holy crap, I didn't know that.
17 offensive rebounds. 17.
What were we saying last year at the end of the series? Got to get a big guy.
Got to get a big guy. That's what we said.
Rebounded.
Points in the paint, they outscored us by 4. 19 turnovers to 14. Took care of the basketball. We had 20 turnovers against the Raptors. 20. Okay? So we took care of that, back about where we stand. And then their bench outscored our bench by that. And then here is the box score. Alex R. Kaysen isn't afraid of the moment. I saw that last year at Game 6 against the Mavs, talking about Kaysen. Alex R., I agree. We love Kaysen. Do we not, Nathan? We love Kaysen. Okay, here's the box score, Nathan. J-Dub finished with 18 points, which he did not play good.
He didn't shoot.
He didn't play good.
He didn't shoot.
He did not play well.
He got coming alive in the second.
In the second half.
Alive in the second half a little bit, but the first half he was horrible.
All I know is, Nathan, when is the last time you saw SGA 5 times in a row? He took 4 shots in a row, and then he threw the ball away once. 5 straight possessions.
He wasn't passing. He wasn't passing it either. He was just going ISO. And you can't do that. You're not good enough to do that.
No. Anyway, 18 points, 32 minutes, 8 for 21, 0 for 3, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 block.
I will give him this. He's a good Robin when Chet's hurt.
Agreed.
When Chet's not hurt, he needs to be the third wheel.
Rashawn says J-Dub was looking gassed. I don't know if he was looking gassed as in he just had a bad game to me. I think he had a bad game.
They were defending him.
Yep.
And he doesn't do well when he's the man. He just doesn't.
He doesn't. He doesn't have the ball handling ability that Shea has to do what Shea does. That's just a fact. But
he doesn't
okay, Isaiah Hartenstein.
Not a knock on him.
I know it's not. But iHeart, Nathan, do we love him?
I love that guy. Dude.
Do we love iHeart?
I'm gonna go ahead and say this,
Go ahead.
and I know there's not a lot of stiff competition here, but he is by far, I think, not even close, the best free agent Oklahoma City's ever signed. Not even close. What do you think? Because Paul George wasn't a free agent; he was here already.
No, we traded for Paul George.
Yeah, well, when we signed him in the offseason.
But that wasn't. But we traded for him, didn't we?
Yeah. So that's not a free agent. Yeah, we did. So that's not a free agent.
Um,
So, I mean, there's not a lot of stiff competition because we really hadn't signed any good free agents. But I mean, it's not.
Gordon Hayward?
No, we traded for him. Remember, we traded for him, but he was horrible, so it didn't matter.
I'm kidding.
Which thank God we made that move, man, because if we didn't, we wouldn't be sitting here talking.
Right. We talked about that all day long. That how we wanted iHeart. We thought it was the guy that we both wanted. But anyway, 13 rebounds and 10 assists. Dude, if he'd have just made 3 or 4 of his floaters, I don't know how many of those floaters he missed right there. You know?
He missed quite a few, but you know what? He rebounded, dude. The screens he sets. My God, the screens he sets. Did you see him put the shoulder into?
Yes, I did.
That was great, dude.
And then he gripes about it. I'm like, bro, no, you put your shoulder into him.
I love that though. I love it.
All right. We were up there laughing, Nathan. We were laughing. We're like, yeah, bro, you threw your shoulder into him.
Well, since we're on the stats already, I got to go ahead and go into this, even though you're probably going to the third quarter here in a minute.
Okay, and then
for people that, go ahead. I'm sorry.
SGA, 38 minutes, 15 for 23, 5 for 9, 4 for 4, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals. And that steal that he put on them, because Hasten hit the 3, remember? They were coming down, and he gets the steal, and then I think it was Caruso passed it to Kaysen for the alley-oop dunk.
Yep.
I said right there, this game's over.
Yeah, speaking of that, you know what they call Caruso on the TNT broadcast?
No.
You know what they call him? Mm-mm. They call him Ernie's son.
That's funny.
That's
funny.
Hilarious.
Lou Dort, 4 for 10, 3 for 7. Dude, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. His defense, his physicality is amazing. But I'm sorry, that lady, whoever the referee was, some of the calls she made, J-Dub got killed on the arm, and they didn't call it. I mean, that was clearly a foul.
When he went up for the layup and it went off his leg, Kyrie hit it off his leg.
Yeah.
How about that? Yeah, I agree.
When he got hammered, and it's right there in front of her.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, whatever. Kaysen, 31 minutes, 4 for 10. Love me some Kaysen Wallace. 3 for 9, 30%. We like that. 11 points. Kendrick Williams tonight was invaluable.
Yes, agreed.
Invaluable. He played unbelievable.
He hit right in a row, dude.
3 for 4 from 3, 100%. I was just like, wow. Kaysen his four rebounds were huge. I agree with 4 rebounds. He was huge, and it was his rebounds. It's when like John just said that. It was when Kaysen rebounded. You know what I'm saying, Nathan? It's when and that play. What was it, John? We were sitting there watching when Caruso. I forget what happened. He got his hand on a ball or something, and then hits a 3 from the corner. You know what I'm talking about, Nathan? John, remember?
Yes, I do. Well, and how many times did Caruso just bat a ball back to somebody and hit a three. I mean, the most prevalent, obviously, is the Isaiah Joe three at the buzzer.
Mm-hmm.
But in the third
Oh,
quarter,
off the break, the J-Dub, they brought him in there with
yeah,
he didn't play. He didn't play
yeah,
for 6 minutes, and you bring him in there
I was gonna get to that.
cold, and you give him the ball.
So for people to think we're crazy, that is a perfect example of what we're talking about.
Right.
Perfect example.
And SGA just hit a three.
Why is he going ISO with 10 seconds to go?
Right.
You know,
And
I don't get
cold just came off the bench.
it. Yes.
Just came off the bench. Dagnaut. Hey, let's show disappointed. Let's show J-Dub. Let's let him close his quarter out. And he had what, 6 points at that point? It wasn't until the fourth quarter mid-run that he started balling. So, but I'm gonna say that he hit some clear shots. But the fourth quarter, we're up 90-73 because we closed them out. That third quarter with that group with SGA, Isaiah Joe, Caruso, Kaysen, and K-Rich. By the way, what the hell was SGA doing fouling Luka? Luka was having a terrible game, and he's shaking his head. Like, why were you reaching? Now Luka gets on the free throw line, gets some rhythm.
You talking about right before the end of the third quarter?
Yes. I'm like, man.
I know, I saw that.
Now he's going to get up the free throw line and get some rhythm. Come on, man. And he knew it. You know, he's shaking his head like that. I was done, man. Come on, man. You're a better player than that. But anyway, fourth quarter you start. It's 90-73. Okay, and you got J-Dub, AJ, Dort, Ihart, and Caruso to start the fourth quarter. Your thoughts?
I would have subbed out probably. I would have had Wiggins. I don't know why Wiggins didn't play very much tonight.
No, I would have. But you got. I was gonna say this, Nathan. John made a good point. He and you do too. Y'all both like, and I know we know that Hotspot Casino loves AJ. Okay, so we're not gonna get a hotspot started. We're not getting hotspot started with that. But
I don't mind AJ on the floor in that spot. I would rather have Kaysen instead of Dort, maybe Wiggins in there somewhere.
Well, remember Luka started the fourth quarter.
Okay, so yeah, that's why you got Dort.
Yeah, so I Dort was in
Dort,
there.
Caruso, Ihart, Wiggins, and J-Dub. I would be okay with that instead of AJ. But AJ does do a good job of being a secondary ball handler for us in those non-SGA minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't mind it.
Yeah, John made the point that he likes AJ in there with J-Dub because AJ can bring the ball up the court as a point guard. Now, Caruso can bring the ball up as well, but he prefers AJ bringing the ball up with him. And I like AJ playing with J-Dub better than I do like him playing with SGA. I don't like him playing with SGA. I like him playing with J-Dub.
No, I agree. 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
But
so
when they go on a 10-0 run, 8-0 run to me, 6-0 run, whatever. As soon as Kyrie hits that first three, you call a timeout and you bring SGA back.
100%.
You don't sit there and
wait. He put him in. You're right. He put him in at 8:30, and it was 97-87. So you wait. You were up 17, and you waited, and you put him in there. And J-Dub, 4 straight shots by J-Dub. Remember, 4 straight.
Yeah. Yep.
And then threw the ball away on the 5th possession. I'm like, okay, so you can just go shoot every time. And how many shots did SGA pass up? He passed up at least 3 shots that he was in the air and almost threw the ball away. And I'm like, what are you doing? Fade away from 10 feet and you're passing the ball? What for? Oh, that's right. You had just scored. Remember, he had just scored the possession before.
Yeah, there was one shot in particular that I don't remember what it was. I think it was the second quarter, but maybe the third quarter. He's doing his little spin move. He's about, at the free throw line. He ends up almost jumping to take the shot, and then he passes.
Pass it. Yeah, he did that twice.
Take the shot.
That's what we were saying. John and I were sitting there like, what are you doing? Shoot the ball. And then somebody else shot it. We got in trouble. And it's like, when we get in trouble, is when you put that group in there and they start trying to, we get in a groove, and all of a sudden everybody's trying to make a play. Put the ball in his hands, let him do the work. They get a double team. He makes the correct pass. Like the one time SGA made a move, they double teamed him. He kicked it to Caruso. Caruso kicks it to Kaysen in the corner, wide open 3.
Yeah.
Instead of all you guys trying to do, Nick Jordan says that jump passing needs to stop. 100%, Nick, we agree. Needs to stop.
I was thinking about this while you were talking. and Wiggins played the first half, but then he tried to do that little drive down the lane that he does, and he turned the ball over.
Yeah.
And
Never played again.
Didn't Dagnall yank him after that?
Mm-hmm. Didn't play again.
Like, why can't you do the same thing with
He did that with but what I'm saying is, the thing is this: you should have players, and that's my problem with him. Quit trying to coach players up to be something they're not capable of doing. Understanding what the limitations of your players are. Quit trying to make them something that they're not. They're not.
When they do it, and they do it
at the wrong times, because you've been letting them do it, so they think it's okay if I do that. Well, you can't give away possessions. You can't. You can't afford to do that. You can't afford, like at the Canadian national team, Dort never would try nothing like that. Shoot the threes, play defense is all I want you to do. Cut to the basket, shoot a layup, get a dunk, fine. All that driving to the basket trying to make plays, yeah, no. None of that. None of that. You know, if you've got 10 shots, 9 of them better be threes. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's it. So let's take a quick break, thank our sponsors, and get back to it.
I think Joe played well tonight, too.
Yeah, he did. We'll get to Isaiah Joe here in a second. Anyway, I want to thank sponsors SRB. If you have needs for engineering, surveying, or planning, hit our guys up. They love to be behind the scenes. And then also, if you got a water treatment plant in your city or in your county, hit these guys up. They'll take care of you. And Nathan and I agree. Who the hell don't like clean drinking water? I like clean drinking water. I hope you do too. Collaborative Logic, if you have needs for computers or software. I agree. If you have needs for computers or software to make your office run smoother, hey, hit those guys up, and they also do website design. Oak Grove Trucking, our guy Jose Fierro and Adrian Ferrero. If you have needs for dirt, rock, or sand to be moved, hit our boys up. They'll take good care of you. And then, of course, YNB, family owned and operated since 1912.
The bank that makes things happen.
Yes, they do. They're an equal housing lender and a member of the FDIC. Proud sponsor for us to go out and support women, minority, and black-owned businesses in the Oklahoma City area. And we were supposed to be at George's today, but I didn't want to go to George's because I knew I had to do the show tonight, so I didn't want to, have my equipment out all night in the cold weather. I was like, $3,000 worth of equipment out there. I'm not doing that. But anyway, you can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com, or go into their 5 locations. The main bank at 401 Elm, 66 steps from historic downtown Yukon. YNB East, which is off the Parkway and 66 or 39th Expressway. YNB Mustang, 218 North Mustang Road. YNB Parkway, which is just south of I-40 on Garth Brooks, right in front of the hospital. Cannot miss it. And then YNB Peoples, located on 23rd and Bethany between Rockwell and MacArthur. And my guy, Jonathan Beakey Triplett. Hey, Elm Grove Clothing. Why spend $6,000 for a suit when you can spend $1,800 for one? And by the way, he did Kendrick Perkins' suit. He went down to Houston to do Kendrick's suit. By the way, Nathan. Yeah, he's like, yeah, man. I was doing the suit for Kendrick. I was measuring him. It's a big old man. I go, yeah, yes, he's a big man.
Did he have to make those sleeves a little bit bigger for the skillet handle?
Yeah, that'd be nice. Anyway, Jonathan Beakey Triplett, 8787. So hit our guy up. He'll take care of you. Great guy. And fantastic. Love me some Jonathan. His suits are fantastic. The suit he made for me was outstanding at the John F. Kennedy Awards. Love that. But anyway, Nathan, overall, I'm going to say this about our team, too.
We're good, man.
And this defense, our defense is insane, bro. Our defense is insane. Yeah, it's insane. Now, when everybody's wondering what's going to be happening tonight, here's the NBA Cup, Nathan. I don't know if you saw the game earlier, but here's the NBA Cup.
I did.
We beat the Mavericks. So now tomorrow night, everybody, remember you're going to watch this. The Rockets and the Warriors play tomorrow night. And then we play the winner of those two teams. And then the Milwaukee Bucks. The Magic, how good are they playing right now without Banchero?
And Franz Wagner.
And, yeah, they didn't have Wagner tonight either. They had the other brother, but not Franz.
Yeah, they're down 1 and 2. That's like us being down SGA and J-Dub. There ain't no way we'd be playing well.
No.
No way.
No. But anyway, the Bucks took care of business. So they play the winner of the Knicks and the Hawks tomorrow. So, guys, Was that Saturday night? Is that when it is? A Saturday, right? And we don't know when. I know that we're going to be at the.
Yes, no, it's 4:30 and 6:30, I think, or 2:30 and 6:30, something like that.
Well, hopefully we play early because the OU OSU game, Bedlam basketball, is that night.
They still play down there?
What? Yeah, playing at
They still play
Paycom.
basketball
They're
down
playing at Paycom. So that's going to be a game. So anyway, I like what I see from our team. Here's my take for tonight. And what I said early on, I don't know if you heard the show today on the Unpopular Hour, but I was breaking down what I thought they need to do in order to win. Number one, SGA needs to do what SGA does. Number two, he needs to get rid of all that, hey, you play this amount of minutes, forget all that. And number three, understand lineups. You have to play the right lineups. Okay? Nick Jordan, yes, it's in Vegas, bro. Yeah, the Cup is in Vegas, so this is Saturday in Vegas. But what I was saying, Nick, is that the OU-OSU game is that night at Paycom. And so that's what I was saying. So hopefully the game is at a different time because we won't be doing the show because of the simple fact we'll be watching the Bedlam series. So that's what I was saying about that. Okay, that was my point.
Selfishly, I want to play the Rockets because I want to beat their ass, dude.
Yeah, after what, but you know what I said today, Nathan. I said the same thing. I said, number one, I want revenge on the Mavericks. Number one, and then I want revenge on. We already got revenge on the Warriors. I want revenge on the Rockets. Number two, okay, and number three, whoever's on the four teams in the West on the East, which will either be the Bucks, will be the Hawks. Or was it was the Knicks? Okay, we can beat all three of those teams.
Yes, we can.
And it all starts with that defense. And I'm just telling you this: Kaysen and Caruso, when they're out there together, oh my God! But it was so funny is I'm watching Luka, so he's got Kaysen on him. I know he's got Kaysen on him. They go set a screen. Boom! Here comes Caruso. Then they go set. I'm just like, then they set another screen. Boom! Here comes Dort, and then it went Dort to Caruso to. It's like, dude, there is nowhere for you to go. There's nowhere. Okay, there was nothing like.
You see that where he drives? I think it was in the second quarter, maybe the third quarter, when he drives down the lane, and I think Kaysen was defending him, and he goes to put up a shot. Kaysen, or no, it was Dort. Dort knocks the ball out of his hands, and he falls down, and then Ihart gets the ball and dunks it.
Dunks it, yes. But I'm saying this, Nathan, how many times did that happen? Dort did that again in the second half, where he got the hands on the ball. We missed a shot, he got the ball, and we scored. And Ihart got hit. I think it was Ihart for an and one maybe. And so, that's the thing. But I said today also that my thing with Ihart is, bro, make some free throws. Make some free throws, bro.
I agree.
You can't be doing that, okay? Here is our shooting percentage, Nathan. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but this is not counting tonight. This is up to tonight, guys. Everybody, by the way, when this pops up on the screen there on YouTube, this is as of today. This is not tonight's stat, okay? This is not tonight's stat. Doesn't include tonight's game. SGA 29.8 points per game. 50 from the field, 32% from three, 85 from the line. J-Dub, 22 points a game, 51% from the field, 39% from the line, from three, 80% from the line. Ihart, 56% from the field, which I think that's going to drop a little bit, but 60% from the line. Dude, you've got to shoot better than that. I mean, when you look at that, him at 60, Dort at 82, Wiggins at 80, Joe at 70, Kaysen at 85, Caruso 71, Mitchell at 80, K-Rich 100%. Well, he hadn't shot enough yet, so that has a lot to do with it. But this is my thing with the Thunder. This is. I did this on the show today. This is what I believe. Okay, this is what I think. And by the way, Rashawn, the Hawks can beat the Knicks. I don't know if they will. Jalen Brunson is a monster, along with Cat. That was a great game by the last night. By the way, they beat the Raptors. But anyway, here's the thing, Nathan. This is when you look at our team stats. Okay, everybody, this is going to show you what kind of team we have right here. Points in scoring, we're 11th, and that's going to be better when Chet gets back 100%. But we're still 11th. We're only giving up 103. Remember, when Chet, we were averaging 95. We're second. We're second in opposing shootings. Okay. Then field goal percentage. Guzman. Damn, what did I miss? We were just talking about the game, bro. They would think that then field goal percentage, we're 14th, but we're number 1 in defending the field goals. We're number 1 in 3-point percentage. Okay, we're just gonna do defense. That
doesn't surprise me, dude, to be honest with you.
Yeah, we're number 1. We're number 1 in steals. We're number 2 in blocks. We're number 1 in turning the opposing team over. And in the fourth quarter, Nathan, we're second in the league in giving up points, only averaging 24.4 points per game.
Hey, something you forgot in there.
What?
We're number 1 in the league at giving up turnovers too. So
yeah, but taking care of the. We're number 1 in taking care of the ball.
Yes, number 1 taking care of the ball, and number 1 in turning people.
Right, and then we're number 1 in steals, number 1 in turnovers. Okay, in turning the opposing team over. You would think that they would let us go to the line, but refs don't put us in the whistle for us. Well, Nick, what that is because last year, I think that they believe that we were number 1 because we led the league in driving to the basket as we do this year. The difference is they're not going to put us on the line as much this year. And I think that's what happened with SGA last year. SGA was scoring so much. It also, remember, that also happened with James Harden. Remember? They quit putting him on the line. Remember, Nathan? Mm-hmm. And I think that's the same thing they're doing now. They're like, we're not going to put you on the line. Even though you're getting fouled, we're only going to call so many times. We're going to say, like, you don't have to make the shot. Guzman says, I agree with your take on Mark. It's starting to piss me off. That fourth quarter, we left Shea on the bench instead of putting the game away. Shaking my head. We agree. Thank you, Guzman. We've been saying that. We've been saying that.
That ridiculous 3 over iHeart. You got to call a timeout right there.
Yeah, you got to call a timeout. But what I'm saying is we agree. But here's the reason why the Thunder are where they are, guys. Number 1 in turning the ball, turning the opposing team over. Number 1 in taking care of the basketball. Number 2 in blocking the opposing teams. We're 13th in getting our shot blocked. And I think John Warren and I were talking about that tonight, Nathan. We had went through, and I don't think they didn't block our shot the whole first half. We had no block shots.
Wow.
No block shots. I'm talking about them blocking our shots. We had 0 blocks tonight. Okay.
2 shot blockers on the floor.
Yes. Steals were number 1. And then points in the paint, Nathan, were 4th. And giving up points in the paint. 4th. Giving up. That's giving up. Yes. We're number 1 in field goal. We're number 2 in giving up points. We're number 1 in field goal percentage. We're number 1 in 3-point percentage. We're number 1 in stealing the ball from the opposing team. We're number 4 in giving up points in the paint. We're number 2 in blocks. Okay?
And to me, there, the 2 sides that stick out. We're number 4 in giving up points in the paint. We're number 1 in 3-point percentage. So where the heck are the teams getting their points?
They're just overall because of flow of the game.
No, I know. I'm just saying that's a crazy stat.
Yes, it's crazy. And then, we're taking care of the ball, 11 turnovers a game, but we're turning the opposing team over 19.6 times a game. Second quarter is where it's kind of hurting us because 7th and 8th. But once again, offensive rebounds, we're 30th. Small ball lineups contributes to points in the paint. I agree with that, Guzman, but we're number 1 and we're number 4 in points in the paint. But I agree with that. When we get Chet back, and like I said, when you throw that lineup of SGA, J-Dub, Caruso, or Wiggins, or Dort, whomever, whatever, Kaysen, whatever that third person is, I don't give a shit which one you put in, along with iHeart and Chet, that lineup right there is going to be nasty. That lineup right there is going to be nasty. Don't you think,
On
Nathan?
the podcast, they talked a lot about that too. They were like, "Man, when Chet comes back, this team is going to be undefendable."
Dude, I mean, what are you going to do? Because when you know, I just cannot wait. What does that mean, Nathan? What's TTFU?
The only thing
Hey, what's TTFU? What is that?
I have no idea.
I don't know what TTFU means, KM. I don't know what TTFU means.
Talk,
I'm too old for that
truth
kind of stuff.
talk,
I don't know what that, huh?
truth talk something maybe. I don't talk truth something maybe. I don't know.
I don't know what that means. Anyway,
You said TTFU.
yeah, TTFU. I don't know what that means. That's stagger Chet and iHeart in the first. Yes, they will do that, Nick. I agree, but what I'm saying is that when you look at this team, my fat boy Nathan is just going crazy over here. Oh, thunder the fuck up. That's what that means. Okay.
Oh,
Appreciate you, Alex R. I'm like, man, what the? I don't know what that means, but thank you, bro.
I'm getting tighten the F up. I'm getting.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway,
yeah,
my thing with this is the Thunder. The stats we just showed you shows you who we can be. And like I said, and I was telling John tonight, when we get Chet back, there's 27, 28 games left, Nathan. And it's going to take about 15 games for Chet to get where he needs to be. Okay?
yeah.
And, hey, Spencer, what's up, brother? It's going to take about 15 to 15 games for Chet to get where he is. Once he does, we are our last 10 games. Here's our last 10 games, guys. Okay? Nathan, I was showing John this at the game. He goes, oh, my God. Here are our last 10 games, bro. Okay. I was looking at this. This is the month of April, bro. And I'm like, and Chet, and we should be a full squad by this particular point, okay? This is our April schedule. We've got the Detroit Pistons at home on Wednesday. Then we go to the Rockets on Friday. We have the Lakers at home on Sunday, the Lakers at home on Tuesday. We go to the Suns on Wednesday, the Jazz on Friday, and then close out with the Pelicans. Now,
there's a lot of
the Lakers don't scare me at all
not with those two.
Guzman says, Nathan, that we can be great, but Mark is holding us back. We agree. But tonight he didn't as much because he put SGA in. He only held him out in the second quarter. You got to play him. He played 37 minutes, so you got to play him. Okay? But this is my point. He needs to be able to go for 60 in a game and not feel like he can't. Because he had 37 and he was rolling. He quit shooting for 4 minutes. He didn't take a shot for 4 minutes. And he had 37.
He's averaging what, probably 30 now. But
yeah.
He's third in the league in scoring, fourth in the league in scoring, whatever he is. And those guys that are above him or around him, look at the shot attempt average.
Yeah.
Versus what he does.
Right.
I mean, Kyrie and Luka, I mean, he probably averages 20, 25, 30 shots a game.
Yeah, well, SGA averages around 22.
Yeah, which is really low after averaging 30 points.
Yeah. But I agree.
I mean, good God, that guy probably shoots 35 times a game.
Yeah. I agree. But I'm just saying, John says we should go 8-2 in those final 10 games.
Yeah, that's probably right.
But remember, Chet we'll be if we're in full mode at that point. You've got SGA, J-Dub, Chet, iHeart, Dort, Caruso, Kaysen, Joe, Wiggins. Did I ever say Dort? I said Dort, didn't I?
Yes, you said Dort.
Who am I? K. Rich. Those are your 10, and then J. Will if you need to with lineups. You can switch those up. But you've got to go with consistently SGA, J-Dub, Chet, iHeart, Caruso, Dort, Kaysen, Wiggins. That 8, and then you figure out the other three, how they move in. What you do with Joe, I mean, Isaiah Joe should be in there too. And then you figure out with the AJ, you know what I'm saying? All of them don't get to play. You got to cut it down to 9, and depending on the matchup of who you take.
I think depending on the matchup in the playoffs depends on who you play that.
Yeah. No, KM, no. They were saying KM, he actually said no way SG averages 22. No, we're talking about 22 shots. We're talking about 22 shots, not points. We're talking about 22, 23 shots. I think he shot 23 tonight, 15 to 23 or something. He averages 22 to 24 shots a game. We're talking about averaging points per game, not points per game, shots per game. Okay. When does Jay Will come back? He's had a hamstring issue for a while. We agree. I think he should. I thought he was going to be back this week. Wasn't it, Nathan?
Yeah.
He looks good. And by the way, guys, I don't know if y'all saw this on TV, Nathan. I don't know if they showed it on TV. Was it 20.5 shots a game? Okay, whatever it is. I know it's 20-something per game. They showed a picture of Chet. He was in the stands tonight. First time we've seen Chet.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
Oh, dude, they showed him over and over again.
Dude, no, I'm talking about in the stands, they showed him, and he finally looked up and saw himself and just kind of went like that. Bro, he not happy. No, he's not happy at all. Okay? He's not happy. He's not happy right now missing these games. He's not happy. So that's what I'm saying. When he gets back at the end of the All-Star break, and we're having 27 or 28 games, I'm thinking we go 20-7, 21-6, 19-7, something like that. You know what I mean?
I didn't think it'd be that bad, man.
Well, because but in March we have a pretty tough run there in March, bro. Here's our schedule in March, Nathan. At the Spurs, this is March. At the Spurs, at the Rockets at home, Memphis on the road, at Portland, Denver back-to-back on back-to-back nights, okay, at home. Okay? Back-to-back at nights at home. Then we have the Celtics, then the Pistons, then the Bucks, then the Sixers, then the Hornets, then the Clippers, then the Kings, then the Grizzlies again, then the Pacers, and then the Bulls. That's a tough run. And what is that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 games.
Listen to this January schedule, though, man. It's not easy. Clippers at home, Knicks at home, Celtics at home, Cavaliers at home, Knicks on the road, Wizards on the road, 76ers on the road, Cavs at home, Mavericks on the road, Nets.
We played the Mavericks twice.
Yes.
We played the Cavaliers twice. We played the Mavericks twice. We play the Knicks twice. Oh, my God.
That's a tough one.
Okay, so those 16 games, we've got to do what?
Oh, you got to go, what, 4?
No worse than 9-7? You need to be more like... You need to be more like 10-5, 10-6. 10-6 would be great.
I bet we
11-5. Because I'm looking at this. Okay, to start out, we can beat the Clippers at home. And then we have the Knicks at home on back-to-back. I think we can handle that. Then we have the Celtics. So 3 out of 4 nights we have. You got to go 2 out of 3. That's going to be tough to go 3-0 in that stretch. Okay?
Here's what I hope. We keep playing as good as we're playing, right? If we keep playing as good as we're playing, we're going to have a pretty high, sizable lead. We've got a 4-game lead as it sits, or 3 or 4-game lead as it sits.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, we can get a lead. We don't necessarily have to play well, but we need to, but not going to kill us.
No. KM says we have 7 to 11 days from December 26th to January where we're more concerned about. The thing is this. This is the thing I like about being young. Okay? You don't have all those miles. So 7 games in 11 days don't really bother me because we got young legs. So that doesn't bother me as much. But on the same side of it, it's about those 7 games, 11 days. You're going to have to manage minutes doing that. But you got to figure out, okay, who to manage the minutes against. In 50-50 games, you can't manage minutes. You got to get those W's. In those games that you're supposed to win, you can afford to manage minutes a little bit more. Like tonight was a 50-50 game. You can't manage minutes. You just got to go. Yeah, hey, bro, you got to suck it up. You got to play. We can give you rest tomorrow night. You need to do 37, 38 minutes tonight. Next, 2 days later, we'll give you 30. You know what I mean? But we need those extra 4 to 5 minutes from you tonight, 6 minutes tonight. We got to have that. And we'll cut you back next game, but we got to have those.
Tonight, at the post-game interview, SGA was like, man, tonight felt like a playoff game.
Yeah, it did. Hey, and it sounded like it. Hey, let me say something right now. That's to the Thunder fans. Dude, it was rocking in there tonight. Now, it's still not like it was back in the day when we had KD and Russ and Ibaka in that group, Harden. It was rocking. But I'm going to tell you tonight, it was rocking in there.
Here's what I think, though, man. I think this team's better than that. I mean, I just think, because if Russ or KD was off,
yes, we're not going to win.
Now, you can have a couple guys be off and still win.
Yeah.
I mean, the defense that we play, oh, my God, dude.
Our defense is just unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I just think that team is not as good as this team.
I agree. Now, Nick said SGA was pissed at the end of the game. I think, Nick, because he didn't get 40. Don't you think, Nathan?
He got fouled a couple times. He should have probably.
Yeah, but they didn't. But they had fouls to give. Alex R says, iHeart had the crowd buzzing in the third quarter off the Isaiah Joe missed 3. The crowd was buzzing. Oh, yeah. No, the crowd was crazy tonight, man.
I was flexing in my living room, dude.
I'm just going to say, our defense, bro, is just – my thing is this. Play great defense, put the ball in SJ's hands, let him go to work. Don't get mad at him if he's shooting 4 times in a row. That just – dude, that sent me in orbit tonight, Nathan, when SGA was Here's your last 2. Leave me alone. Yeah.
Hey, did you know? I didn't know this. They said this on the broadcast too. Do you know in the Toronto game, Dallas? I think it was last night or the night before. They had 26 free throw attempts in the fourth quarter. In the fourth quarter.
Well, that was because we were fouling.
No. That's the Mavericks.
Oh, the Mavericks. Oh, okay.
Against and that was just the Mavericks. 26 free throw attempts in the fourth quarter.
Wow. Wow.
That's crazy.
KM says, Nathan, that SGA keeps shooting threes, but also he's becoming automatic from the baseline. Well, he's always been automatic from the baseline 8 to 18 feet, bro. That's just where he does work. But I'm gonna tell you what, he made a shot tonight, a spin move where, okay, I don't know how to explain this, but when you spin move and you,
didn't he spin twice?
Well, but no.
One and the other then faded away?
No. The spin move spinning and going this way. So when I spin, I'm spinning back this way and then shooting versus planning and spinning this way. So if I'm spinning this way and I'm coming up, the ball is right here, okay? When you spin the other way, it's harder to get your balance to be able to knock down that shot, okay? That's spinning right to left. Excuse me, left to right. Spinning left to right is harder than spinning left to right. If I'm spinning, I'm popping, and I'm going this way, so that's left to right, right? This is right to left. It's harder going left to right. So I'm on the left side, and I'm going back right. So left to right is harder to shoot than right to left. If you're right-handed, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm planning with my left foot and I'm spinning. So when I spin, I've got a good look. When I go right, I'm spinning and the goal is over there, and it's just harder to shoot. He did a couple shots like that. I'm like, oh my God. Nick Jordan says the Mavs fans swear they lost because they weren't fully healthy. Okay.
PJ Washington.
By the way, Nathan, John Warren says we shot 0 free throws in the second half.
That sounds about right. I don't remember any.
Well, they didn't. They had one foul in the third quarter with 3 minutes to go or something.
That's ridiculous. It was iHeart. I think that. No, iHeart had. I think he had one.
Yeah, but it was like, dude, the Mavericks they were hitting SGA. I don't know how many times going to the basket, and they called that one little bump on iHeart. It was like, wait a minute, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Okay, yeah, right, whatever, dude. That was pathetic. But I'm gonna say this, everyone. I was so excited about. Go ahead, Nathan. Sorry.
But maybe if SGA would flood the floor with tears like Luka does, maybe he'd get more calls.
Okay.
I mean, he's
Okay.
actually not as bad as he used to be. At least in this game, he wasn't. But man, that dude bitches after every play.
Oh, it's hard, bro. He's painful, dude. He's painful. The guys, hey, the guys sitting next to me tonight, Nathan, they were just like, dude. I was like, I know, dude. When I went to game 3? I think I went to game 3 in Dallas, dude.
In Dallas.
The one I left with 5 minutes ago. I left my date.
So hard to watch.
I left my date. Anyway, all I can say is the Mavs swear they lost because they weren't healthy. Okay, fine. We're not healthy either. We're missing our second best player. We've got one big. You've got all three. We got both of your big. We have one big.
Last time I checked, PJ Washington's about their 8th best player.
Yeah, and okay, fine. LeBron school of flops. They talk about Luka. Oh my God! And crying for fouls. Luke is cringy. I agree. Listen. I was saying tonight the most unguardable players one-on-one in the NBA: SGA, Luka, Kyrie, Joker for a big dude, Giannis, Dame. Dame. Okay, you're probably right. And those are the guys that just they're gonna get what they're gonna get. Giannis, they're gonna do what they do. Steph Curry, they're gonna do what they do. Okay. Let me see. KM says SGA does need to shoot one of 50-pointer or more. Jokic putting up these numbers, but SGA is more valuable. They need to spot him in a game to let him go. They're not going to let him go for 60. He's not going to shoot the ball that many times. They're not going to let him do that. I can promise you. They don't want that. They're just not. I mean, he had 37, and he took one shot in 4 or 5 minutes, and he's rolling. I don't think he took a shot till he missed that shot at the end to try to get 40. He didn't got out of rhythm. They don't want that. He's passing up shots. When he's passing up a fadeaway from 8 feet to 10 feet to pass it to the top of the key, wait a minute. You're going to pass up a 10-footer to throw it out to 20 feet? To give it to Hardenstein? What the hell is he going to do with it out there? Okay, so let me see. If he would just play and not baiting for fouls, he would be fun to watch. Luka, I like Luka. I hate that he cries so much. God dang. And I'm gonna tell you this: Maverick fans, true fans, hate the fact that he does that, but because he's so good, they let it go.
Yeah.
But I can promise you, if he was on Dallas, boy, they would talk trash about him.
It's like Draymond Green, man. The true Warriors fans will admit they hate all the crying he does.
Yes. He wears me out, bro. He absolutely just, dude.
Every single time.
And I'm sorry how they don't throw him out. Let me see. KM was talking about him getting more MVP votes. He needs a huge numbers. I will say this: the more the nation sees SGA because they didn't see him enough into the playoffs last year. And like Nathan and I talked about, had he played against Boston and Philly and Indiana last year and did what he was doing, he would have got the MVP last year. I really believe that. SGA.
I'm going to tell you that.
I believe that.
Joker's not, if they're fifth or sixth in the West, Jokic is winning.
Well, he already won that first one. They were fifth in the league. He won it fifth in the fifth. They're not going to do that again.
Yeah, but not.
They're not going to do that again.
If Oklahoma City's number one in the West and Denver's 4 or 5 or 6, he's not winning the MVP.
And Alex R says Denver can't operate without Joker. They can't get a break. We can't operate without SGA. If you don't have SGA out there, you're not going to win without him out the court. You can win without everybody but him. And I agree with you. Well,
7 right now without him.
I agree. Rashawn, this is my thing with SGA. I don't know if we need to win the MVP Cup, but what he needs to do is the more exposure he gets, because what people are seeing right now, we've known, but we weren't on TV last year until the playoffs. And now people are getting to see him and going, this dude is unbelievable. And now you got the ESPN, he's unbelievable. He just is. And the longer we play, the better. If we continue, if we're the number 1 or number 2 seed, and he's averaging 30 and doing what he's doing, because remember, everybody, there's only been 3 guys to do 30, 2 steals, and shoot 50%. And there's only been 3 guys to average 30 and shoot 50. That's Michael, that's Steph, and that's SGA. And the only people do it more than once is SGA and Michael. Steph only did it once. SGA's getting ready to do it 3 years in a row. 50 points, 30 points, and 50% shooting. Think about that. Jordan did it like 6 times. That's crazy. But still, to me, the Jordan thing that just blows me away, Nathan, he played 82 games, so every game. He was the MVP. He was the defensive player of the year. He was the all-defensive. He led the league in steals. He led the league. He was the MVP of the finals. Okay, and I'm just like, so he's offensive. He's the player of the year, defensive player of the year. He is the MVP, and the only 2 people to ever do that are who? Him and who? There's only one other person to do it, Nathan. You know who it is, right? Giannis.
Is it Wilt?
Giannis.
Giannis.
The only 2 to win Defensive Player of the Year and MVP. But then he also was what? They won the league, and he was MVP, and he led the league in steals. That's crazy. All NBA, first team, all NBA, first team, all defense. He's just insane.
I think he's a 2-way player.
Yeah. KM says, I think that because he's so good at getting his 30-plus, his career high is only like 47. I just want to see him get 60. Maybe get some damn recognition. I just don't think the Thunder will let him go do that.
They won't.
I don't believe they'll let him do that. I don't think they let him just go off. I mean, J-Dub shooting 4 and 5 times where it drove me nuts. I said, why the hell? They would go nuts if SGA did that. They would go nuts if he shot 4 or 5 times in a row. They would go crazy. Because remember, last year in Game 4, he did what? He took the game over in the fourth quarter. He scored like 5 or 6 straight baskets in a row. Closed the door on them. And then came back and never did that again. Never did it again. He's never taken 5 and 6, 7 shots in a row. He did it against, who was it last year? Golden State. He did it against them too. Well, he just said, okay, I'm going to score every time, and any kind of run y'all going to make, I'm going to shut it down. Y'all score, I'm going to go score. Y'all score, I'm going to go score. Y'all score, I'm going to go score. Reminded me of hood basketball. That's how it is in the streets. If you go play in the hood, you score, I'm score. You score, I score. That's hood basketball right there. That's streets. That's what it's like. That's like a hood. You score on me, I'm scoring on you. I'm shutting this down. That's what the best players do.
Take your word for that one.
That's funny. Exactly. The cup will get him more eyes nationally with people who vote. Yeah, I agree. If we make it to the cup, but SGA is going to do what he does. If we win the cup, he's the MVP. Let's just put that out there. He's the MVP if we win. They rein him in to make the team centric. Yes, they do. They rein him in so that they want to be known as a team. They don't want to be. This is SG. They don't want to be a. I think because of Russell and the way he acted, I think they don't ever want to be like that again. They want the team to be everybody. Well, the hell with that. You had the best player, Kevin Durant, and you picked Russell Westbrook over him, and then you went downhill from there. You picked the wrong guy. Now you've got SGA, and you got the right thing. Again, he's like Kevin Durant. Dude, he just wants the ball. Leave him alone. You know what I'm saying? He wants the ball. Just let me go hoop. Let him go hoop. Leave him alone. Let him go do his thing. He ain't trying to get out there. He got a wife and baby. He wants to chill out at the house. He not out here in the streets and doing stuff. That ain't him. That's not him. He's like Kevin Durant. Let him go ball. Let him go ball. And the more he wins, the more he balls, the better we look, the more we're going to win. Still, it's like last year. I still will say this to my dying day. How the fuck do you not put the ball in a guy who shoots 61% in the closing minutes of a game and you take the ball out of his hands? And the closest person to him was Jokic, I think, at 52, 53. LeBron was third at 35. LeBron was at 35%. And you take the ball out of his hands. I'm sorry, Nathan, go ahead.
I don't even think Jokic was that high. I think it was in the 40s.
48 maybe. He was high. It was like 48, maybe 48, 50 something. It was high.
He wasn't 61.
No. SJ was, that's what I'm saying. How do you, as a coach, and I tell everybody, I was talking to somebody about this today. I said, if you're a coach and you've got a guy who shoots 61% of it, makes 61% of his shots in clutch time, and you take the ball out of his hands, allow somebody else to shoot, why would you do that? That's what the opposing team wants to do. So in other words, the opposing team doesn't have to do their job because you're doing it by taking the ball out of his hands. Perfect example tonight, like Nathan and I said. You bring J-Dub in, he's set for 6 minutes, 7 minutes. And you're going to put the ball in his hands to go one-on-one at the end of the quarter, and he shot a brick, and we got lucky because Ihart got his hands on the ball and or Caruso, and Isaiah Joe hit the three at the buzzer. I mean, what are you doing? The guy is just, like I said, and like I've been saying, the Golden State Warriors had a coach that won 50 games. They said, hey, look, you ain't the guy to get us to the next level because we're trying to win a ring. We're trying to win a chip. So we need to we've already got our team. We're just missing the right guy to put everybody in the right places to make us win. That's what the Thunder are missing. That piece right there. Alex R. says that they're watching the game on Max, and A.J. Mitchell was fouling everybody in the fourth quarter. Caruso was coaching him up, though. Yeah, he was. Kaysen Wallace is the X factor of winning it all. If bullies on defense, we agree. We love Kaysen. Love Kaysen.
I don't think he's the X factor. I don't think he's the X factor.
No, he's not. The X factor is SGA. But also, well, I'm gonna say this. I take that back. The X factors is Ihart and Caruso. Those are our X factors.
Yeah, but I think, and I said this earlier, and obviously he's not playing right now, and I'm looking pretty.
Talking about Chet.
But I think he plays. I think we go as Chet goes. Yes.
Well, but we win without Chet, so that doesn't.
Yeah, but when he's playing, I think I don't know. We'll see. You could probably say SGA.
Alex R says J-Dub is more of an X factor. SGA is a given. Agreed. I agree. J-Dub.
I think if you put Chet and J-Dub in a bundle there and kind of say if they play good, we win for sure.
Yes.
That's probably a pretty accurate.
Yes. I think that this year, before Chet got hurt, he was the clear number 2. He was averaging 24 or whatever, and he got hurt, and then it dropped down. But he is the X factor to me is the 4th or 5th most important guy. Okay, so then if KM, if you say the X factor is the 4th or 5th most important guy, then that's Ihart or Kaysen.
That's fine.
If you're gonna go that far, Chet is the chip factor. Mikhail, I agree. But Cam, if you're going to say the X factor is the fourth or fifth best player, then that most important guy, then that's Caruso or Ihart. And clearly, Ihart has been the difference since he's gotten up with us in the last 8 games. Nathan, how many games he played? 8.
Yep. 8, 10, something like that.
Whatever. He's been the X factor on this group. Offensively, getting his hands on balls and those ridiculous screens. Oh my God!
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell y'all this, guys.
Hey man, I gotta jump off here, man. I gotta get some sleep.
All right, brother. Man. Oh damn, it's 12:47.
Yeah, I gotta get up early.
So I do too. I've got to go get my hair braided tomorrow. You're right. Don't start. I don't want to hear it. Don't say it. Don't say it. Just let it go. Don't say it. Oh my God! Hey everybody, we're gonna sign out. Hey, want to appreciate everybody and all your comments tonight and all your questions and everything. Hey, great show tonight. Appreciate you, Nathan.